you know. Unfortunately, for some reason, people always tag me to the BLM and where's the money from BLM? And I'm, first of all, for clarity, I'm not with BLM. Never was with BLM. Never. I don't even know anybody in the organization. I know some of the people that might have worked there before, but I've never ever been a part of BLM. So you can get that out the way. Let's get that out the way. My son has never been a part of BLM. I don't have any money that BLM raised. I can't tell you where the money is. I have absolutely no idea about BLM's finances. Don't know anything about it. So we could just get that one out, get that clear. But what I do know, no, you can't tell me it's not true, brother. I'm not with Black Lives Matter. I've never been with Black Lives Matter. Never a day in my life have I been a part of Black Lives Matter. So I don't know where you get your information from, but you can't tell me what I'm a part of. It's just so stupid. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Like, I keep on with the dumb shit. But anyway, I came here to have a conversation about Black Lives Matter, right? Although I'm not a part of the organization, I just think what's going on is hypocritical, and is part of Cointelpro. If you read Cointelpro, you know it's been done from the beginning. Every black leader organization we had, they discredited it. They told us that the Panthers was dope fiends and they was cop killers and they was taking the money. They told us that Martin Luther King was a quote unquote coon and he sold us out. They told us that Malcolm X has sold us out. Every black leader that we've ever had, they've utilized the same exact strategy to discredit them. Now Black Lives Matter and stole all the money. And for me, the issue is this, right? I don't know where the money from Black Lives Matter is, right? You know, I heard that they have financial statements on their page, so if you was really interested, you would go there. But what I do know is we don't ask the Red Cross where the money is. We don't ask FEMA where the money is. We don't ask Planned Parenthood. There are at least 16 to 17 organizations where the head person in those organizations, non-profit organizations, make $2 to $3 million a year, yearly. They have budgets of almost $1 billion, hundreds of millions of dollars. We don't ask any of those organizations where the money is, because the Red Cross, the shit that's going on inside our communities, the Red Cross should be here funding the Bronx right now. The level of damage that happened we shouldn't have to do no fucking GoFundMes when there's fires. We shouldn't have to raise money. The Red Cross is supposed to be coming to our communities with millions of dollars, making sure that our communities are safe. But nobody says, you don't go to the white people and ask them what they did with the money that's supposed to be for you. You don't go. Candace Owens is not going to the CEO of Red Cross and saying, where's the money that's supposed to be allocated to the communities that are impoverished and destroyed and being burnt down and all the violence and all this? Why aren't you allocating any of these resources from the nonprofits that's supposed to go to the black people? We don't go to the white people and question them about money. But soon as a black person get $1 over lunch meat, y'all want to know where's the financial. We do this, and it's the people that ain't never donate shit to nobody. You ain't donate a dime to none of them organizations. You ain't give Black Lives Matter a quarter, but they supposed to be held accountable for you. Candace, who are you to go to somebody's house and ask them to tell you about their finances? You ain't give a dime. What have you ever done for black people? What money have you put into the black community? What resources have you done for black people? You sit in rooms with hundreds of white people and talk about black people. You don't even come to the rooms where black people is to talk about black people. I just seen your baby shower picture, and it's nothing but you with a bunch of white women. Now, there's nothing wrong with having white friends, but if you don't got no black friends, your black experience ain't the reality that we dealing with. You can't represent me when you don't even come from where you came from. Where I was born, my daddy had this. When the last time you been to the hood? When the last time you been out here in these streets and these trenches? When the last time you been at a rally? They just shot 10 black people. Did you say one word about that? Did you pull up to the mother of the man who shot them 10 elderly people and killed them? Did you pull up to his mother's house and ask him, why didn't you know that your son was a serial killer? Why didn't you know your son was a rapist? A racist? What did you do to prohibit this? Did you pull up and ask for some receipts about that? Like, what the fuck are you talking? Candace Owens. What has Candace Owens ever done for the advancement of black people? I'll wait. Show me the fund that she got, that she putting into the communities for the black people. She sit around and talk about what black people doing wrong all day. Oh, black people need to stay out of jail. Black people need to start doing this. And wrong's full of white people. What has Candace Owens done to contribute to the benefit of black people? I will wait. How the fuck she get to go to somebody's house and demand that you talk to them? Or even ask? About what? What are you pulling up to somebody's house for? Are you fucking kidding me? And then you got these dudes, people online talking about, I'm with it. For what? For what? You agree with Candace on about what? What has she done? What has she done for black people? And I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about just the reality of the situation. I don't do subliminal shit. Candace Owens pulled up to this black lady's house and said Black Lives Matter. What have you done for Black Lives Matter for you to be able to ask and hold somebody accountable about money that goes to Black Lives Matter? You've been the biggest adversary for Black Lives Matter since they came out. You ain't did shit to show that a black life mattered. So why do somebody got to be held accountable to you? Why somebody got to ask you, answer questions that you have about money that you ain't put a dime into? About a community that you ain't put a dime into? Are you fucking kidding me? Like who you have the unmitigated, you people got the unmitigated gall. You ain't contribute to Black Lives Matter. You ain't done nothing. You running around doing a documentary trying to tell why the murder of George Floyd made sense. Are you fucking kidding me? Like this is the black woman that's supposed to be able to pull up to another black woman's house that has done some shit for the advancement of white. I know this, right? I know they say they had 90 million. I know 27 million, you go on their site, that they gave it to black families. I know Oscar Grant's Uncle Bobby got 5 million. I know Mike Brown's pops got 1.5 million. I know Sabrina Fulton got about 200,000. I know a couple other. I know the money that they gave out allocated to about 27 million. I know that's what the books show. What the fuck has Candace Owens done for the black community? Anybody? I'll wait. I'll wait for you to tell me what Candace Owens ever contributed to our community. I will wait. I will wait for you to tell me how Candace Owens can feel justified to pull up to somebody's house to question them about money that they raised with their organization. Did she give them 1/4? Show me the people that donated money to Black Lives Matter that want to know where the money went. That's what I want to do. Show me that those people that you have a legit. If you said, you know what, I'm gonna believe in Black Lives Matter, and I'm gonna put $10, $20 because I think they're gonna give it to the families of the families. This is why I'm giving it to Black Lives Matter, because I want them to give it to these families, and I want them to build something in the community. If you did that, if you can say you did that, and you have a question, then them people owe you an explanation. They need to show you their 990s, which is on the site. And if you did that, more than likely you went to the site and you know where the money is. Everybody that's trying to discredit, y'all have gone for the Cointelpro, the biggest fucking trick that they've been doing for years. This ain't gonna get no play. Ain't nobody gonna talk about this. They don't want to talk about this. This ain't even gonna, you ain't gonna never see this after this. They might delete this live. I'm gonna try to save it, but they're gonna delete it. You know why? Because this shit is a strategy. It's a strategy. That's the first line. The biggest thing, the biggest threat to white supremacy is black unity. Black militancy and black unity, and they know that. So the first thing they do is try to discredit the people who have the ability to contribute to black unity and black militancy. They want you to say, oh, you stealing. I ain't never, oh, listen to me. When I was in the street, I used to steal. Since I've been, I ain't stole a dime. I ain't never scammed. I don't even know how to scam. It ain't no shit that I do. It ain't even my makeup to scam. But a nigga tell you that I stole and I'm profiting on black people's bodies. I've been out here for damn near 10 years on the front line, spending my own money, traveling every year to everything. I sat in front of a fucking precinct for 40 days by myself, protesting because they killed a black woman, an elderly black woman in our house with not a dime. I was out here doing this work when it wasn't trendy, when it wasn't cool to be a social activist, when niggas was asking you, yo, what you doing? You bugging. I've been out here. I've been outside. So when the niggas that ain't never did nothing question me, am I profiting off of what? Are you fucking kidding me? You niggas gotta be joking. It's just annoying that you know what it is? It's the media is the biggest threat to black unity. The media is the biggest threat to black unity because they can create a narrative and some type of bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing and have you believe in it. Next thing you know, we against each other for no reason. We fighting against each other. Long as they can cause division and discredit our leaders, they got us. And they've been doing it for years. Every leader that we've had, they told you was stealing from you or sold you out. Everyone. Name one leader that they didn't say was stealing from. Dude was on the fucking Clubhouse questioning. Bum ass Whack 100 is on the Clubhouse questioning Ben X about the money from the Million Man March. Where the money went. The fuck you mean where the money went? Nigga, you know what it went into putting 2 million niggas in Washington? You know the strategy, the organize, the security, all of the shit. Y'all should have gave, that man should have been a billionaire after that march. The way he unified black people, just what he provided for black people, spirit alone, you should have wanted him to have millions of dollars. And this fucking clown gonna get up there and ask him, yo, they want to know where that money went. What do you mean where the money went? The fuck you mean where the money went? Oh, are we kidding? Only black people get that question. You don't see no white people asking Joel Osteen, well, how you got hundreds of millions of dollars? Where the money go? Only we do this corny shit because they allow you, they put this shit in your mind that your leaders and the people that stay on the front line for you and the people that's willing to die for you and the people that risk life threats and all type of shit should be poor. And if they're not poor, they're not really genuine in leading you. They shouldn't have a nice house. Because if you buy a nice house, then you scamming the people. Right? If you got a nice, niggas be like, yo, where you get this car from? Off the bodies of dead people. I got books, my nigga. I teach curriculums off the bodies of dead people. Nigga, I'm out here trying to stop people from dying. Where did I get? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? So y'all gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe? That's the shit that y'all falling for? They get to tell you that we stealing and we did all this shit and y'all run with it? Oh no, the activists supposed to be starving. If you are activist, brother, you supposed to be outside starving. You can't have nice things. You supposed to have holes in your jeans. You supposed to be a poor righteous teacher. While the niggas who preach degradation, who tell you to kill us and shoot us, who disrespect women, all type of shit, they can have nice things. But if you are activist and you for the people, why would you need nice things? Why would you ever need nice things if you for the people? Right? If the people donate money to you because they see the work you do, you should not, nigga, you better live in the projects. You better live in the projects. All that money, if we donate 90 million and you got a house that's above lunch meat, then you done stole. You done robbed everything. The 90 million is gone. Everything is gone. You done squandered. You done stole. You did everything. Only black people think that dumb shit. Only black people think that dumb shit. Because Cointelpro make you think that. Cointelpro make you think that. Whenever one of your leaders have $1 over lunch meat or don't look like they starving or they gonna break down, they tell you that they ain't for the people no more and they done sold out. That's the shit that they run with. And that's the shit that you allow them to tell you. Like how many times, at what point do you wake up and say, yo, this is the dumbest shit ever? Because I want nice things. You want nice things, right? So because I've decided that I don't want to see my people die, that I'm willing to risk my life and sacrifice, I shouldn't have nice things. I just want to know, like, where the fuck do y'all come up with this shit? Candace always got nice things. Them white people that want to keep you asleep, that they pay her to talk about you and tell you how negative you are and walk into these black rooms and say, white people shouldn't be guilty for racism. Critical race theory is the dumbest shit ever. Why would we ever talk about that? We need to empower people. We need to make people think that they got opportunities they really don't, right? Because look, I did it. I sat around a bunch of white people when I talked about black people, and I talked white, and I did all this shit, and I was dark-skinned, and I sat around with my white friends and told how I made it out, and all the rest of the people were lazy and shiftless, and they were feeding into some bullshit, and I'm better, right? And we can do better, and pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. And they give her millions of dollars to do that shit. They give her millions of dollars to tell you why it made sense for George Floyd to be murdered. I don't get, like, this is the shit that I'm telling you. You watch with your own eyes. You watch with your own eyes. You sat and watched with your own fucking eyes. Them people kill that man on camera as he yelled he couldn't breathe and the nigga kept his knee on his neck. And she gonna tell you that was his fault. Is this your queen? This is who the fuck we praising? This is who y'all say Candace Owens, you right on, you should have went there? Like we gotta do better. I don't praise none of this shit. I don't praise nobody. Ain't none of these people for us. Yeah, you can say what you want, especially if you're talking about black people. Of course you can talk about black people. If you want to talk about black people and say how stupid we are and how negative we are and how jail is the reason why we ain't got this and why, because the fathers are not the homes and welfare and talk about all the shit, some of these people need welfare. There's some things in projects that need welfare. That's just a fact. Everybody don't need welfare. I ain't on welfare. Never been on it. Well, my mother was on it when I was little. But the reality of the situation is, yeah, I voted for Joe Biden. Because I can't stand Trump. I think Trump is the dumbest president we ever had in history. And I think he's a racist. I think he's not only do I think he's a racist, I think he was pretty much, what is the word I want to use? He was a dictator. I think they both bullshit presidents, but I chose the better adversary. I think I could beat Joe Biden better than I could beat Trump. Trump was fueling white supremacy. He had niggas like this. That shit was happening every day when Trump was in office. The nigga that killed, they was coming outside with their guns and saying, if Trump lose, we killing people. I ain't have a chance with that. I didn't have a chance with that. This person, Joe Biden, even though I don't think he's shit at all, but I don't think that he is as calculative and as